Well, I work a lot with improvisation and I work a lot with creating false memories for my characters. Usually mm, I have this long list of questions, like really random questions, and I turn on the web camera and then I just film myself answering these questions without preparing an answer in character. Like, what's your favorite fruit? Or tell us about a good childhood memory or a bad childhood memory, or who's your best friends, whatever. And so I do that a lot, like many hours. And obviously I talked a lot with Kristoffer, what his thoughts about the character was. But I think there was so much already in the script. It was very clear who she was. The key for me was trying to understand why she did why she acted the way she did, because that was a bit challenging for me to understand, like really truly understand. So that took some time, but I got there in the end, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of people who don't feel empathy for Signe, and I really don't think that's what the film wants. I think it's totally okay if you hate her or if you dislike her. Me personally, I don't. I feel very much empathy for her, but because I feel very sad for her and sad for Irish society in general, I guess. Yeah, I think it should be absolutely okay for to have an anti-hero, and especially a female anti-hero, because I think that's lacking in cinema. And I think it's very interesting to both play and both watch. Yeah. I mean, I'm not one to say what Kristoffer means the message of the movies. I think it's up to the audience to get what they want from it. But for me, I think it's yeah, it's a comment on our society today, and I guess humanity in ages. I mean that we're all hungry for attention and to be seen. Maybe now even more with social media. It's so easy for us to try to get attention. I think the need for attention has always been there, but now everyone has this golden ticket to get attention, even if it's for doing something horrible or if it's only for 5 minutes, then people want it. So I think that's really interesting and really sad as well, because for me, what the film is about and what I think Signe is getting really confused by is that she thinks attention equals love, and she feels loved every time she get attention, and she can't really differs from yeah, she just wants to be loved, but in her world and in her mind it's really twisted, and she thinks attention is love, and that's a really sad life to live if if you think that's the truth. Yeah. Yeah, it absolutely made me more aware of how people try to portray themselves, and also how I try to portray myself in a sort of way in social media or meeting new people, and that's okay, I guess, in an extent. But I think what I learned from this film, and what I feel like I'm learning every time I do a film that's a bit challenging, getting to know a new character that really struggles, is I think I tend to be less and less unjudgmental. For I think for every character I do, I stop a little bit being judgmental of people around me. I remember reading the script and I really hated her, and well, how could she do stuff like that? And that's disgusting. And I think that's what's really beautiful about my work. Or even though it's fictional characters, I get to work with the human mind and try at least try to understand. And I think that's really interesting. So yeah.